How cold is it right now in Japan?
My place is quite warmer place, but still around the 0 degrees Celsius. But the
Okay.
northern part of Japan, they had a lot of heavy snow. Then
Uh-huh.
Japanese snow is very heavy, not dried, like powder snow or something. But Japanese are include some water, so
Hmm.
people need to remove the snow from their roof. So
Yeah.
in the countryside, there are only older people are living. So even
Oh,
70
really?
years old, 80 years old need to climb up the
Uh-huh.
roof to remove the snow. So every year, several people die.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's too bad that it's only older people.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
that's really too bad about that.
But
Yeah,
some,
I just yes.
sometimes the heavy snow breaks their house, so it's a
Hmm.
necessity. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that um yeah, well, I mean when there's only older people, they just really can't,
Mhm.
you know, they don't have they physically can't do a lot of things.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So it sounds like we are all having a winter in. I just checked the temperature where I'm at right now, and it's minus zero point 0.5 degrees Celsius, but it
Mhm.
feels like minus 4. So, so, and in Hungary and Cornell, you said it's snowing there as well.
Mhm.
Not it was snowing during last
The
night.
night.
Mm, the degrees is up to minus 1 or 2. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
because the snow is not melt.
Hmm. And Heidi was saying that it's also really cold up in northern Japan as well. So it looks like the storm front's coming from somewhere. Hi, Gemma.
Hello,
Hello.
nice to
How
meet
are
you.
you today?
I'm very
So
good.
good. So Gemma, where are you from?
I'm from Korea.
Korea. Awesome.
Yeah.
I lived in Busan for 1 year.
Really?
And yeah, and then I lived in
Oh,
Anyangshi,
wow.
Anyang City,
Did
and I
you
lived there
teach?
for 9 months. Yeah,
Ah,
I- it
yeah.
was my very first year teaching English,
Oh,
and it was in 1994, and I
mm-hmm.
had just turned 25 years old, and it was a
Wow.
it was it was a very good experience, but it was a long time ago. So
Yeah, like, yeah, everything maybe changed in Korea.
yeah,
1994. Oh my God.
1994. Yeah, what I remember about Korea was the soju bongs and the nori bongs and the video
Oh,
bongs. Do
oh
they still have
yeah.
those?
Still have 노래방, but I don't know there is 소주방 or something else.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, video bong. So
Yeah,
nori, do they still
maybe
have that?
now DVD 방, no video 방.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone, the things I remember, a soju bong was a place to go and drink soju, which is one of their national drinks, and a
Oh,
nori bong is a private karaoke
mm,
room, and a video bong is just a private room to go watch. It was like a video store where you could actually rent a little room and watch the videos in the little room. So, but anyway, those are the things I remember about Korea. So
oh my God.
anyway,
But I've
hello. So,
never seen 소주방.
oh, really? That's what they used to
Yeah.
call them. I don't know what they are. You need to ask someone who's older about soju bong. At least that's what they told me they were called. So, hello, Sum
Oh.
Ming. How are you? How's life in Hong Kong?
Hello, good to see you. Hello.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
And Jinyu, welcome. You're showing you're outside. There's no snow there,
Yes, there's
so
no snow.
no
It's sunny
snow.
outside.
Okay, sunny outside. Okay, excellent. You know, this is the first time that I've taught a class in Verbling where we have uh, 4 people from Asia. This is great. We've got Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, and China. So this is great. Oscar, welcome.
We have the same time zone.
Yeah, exactly. So, Oscar, can you speak? Maybe he's getting his headset set up. So far we have Heidi from Japan, Gemma from Korea, and Cornell from Hungary, Ming from Hong Kong, Jinyu from China, and Oscar. I can't remember where. Hi, Oscar. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
Spain. That's what I was thinking. Okay, welcome. And so, good morning. Good morning to you. It's now 8 o'clock, or a little bit after 8. So welcome. All right, and everyone. My name. I'm actually. It's not a night bird, Jinyu. It's a night owl. Night owl. But my name is Holly, and I am originally from Idaho in the United States, and that's actually where I've been living again for about 5 years. Before that, I lived in Finland for 11 years, and then I lived in Korea for just under 2 years. Yes, Alice, you can join if you have a ticket. So. Let me answer her. If you have a ticket, or I guess a subscription. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's topic is called flying the nest. Does anybody know what that means? Any idea? Heidi, do you have a guess?
Hello, Heidi. It's
Heidi,
your
are you
turn.
there?
Yeah.
Do you have a guess what flying the nest means?
I'm not sure, but the person who move house to next.
Okay, so the person in this picture is moving. So, okay. Now we also have, so flying the nest. It has something to do with moving. Excellent. Gemma, do you have any idea what it means? What flying the nest means?
Actually, nest isn't it the bird's house? Bird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think flying the nest is to leave our own house or with family or with parents. Leave. No, leaving the family or I guess so.
That is absolutely right. So when you fly the nest, when you fly the nest, it's when you leave home, usually for the first time. So Heidi was absolutely right. What this girl, she's probably 18. She's moving to college or university or her first apartment or something like that. Of course, in every country, people fly the nest at different ages and different times. Every person does it. I flew the nest when I was 18, and I moved to college. I moved to Oregon from Idaho, and also left my twin sister, who I'd been with all my life, as she went down to Kansas. And flying the nest was easy. Leaving my sister was very hard. So Jinyu, in China, when do kids fly the nest?
When when they are teenager and
That's
go to the college,
okay.
they
So
fly the nest.
when they're 18.
It's about 18 years
Mm-hmm.
old.
Okay. So they go to university. Okay. Some Ming. In Hong Kong, when do people fly the nest?
The people find the nest. That depend on when they want to get married.
Okay. So it depends on does it so did I understand correctly? They fly the nest when they get married?
Yeah, if they don't want to get married, they will stay with their parents.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Oscar, how about in Spain? When do people fly the nest?
Well, we should do it very, very late, like 30, 35.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's very, very late. According to economic crisis,
Uh-huh.
it's just normal because if you went to rent an apartment, you had to pay like maybe 600. When your salary is 900, 1,000, you don't have a lot of choices.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And Hungary, Cornell, when do people fly the nest?
In fact, question is it could be permanent or temporary because, for example, when children achieve the economical secondary school, they are flying the nest temporary.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
flying the nest from home, it depends on a situation. For example, getting married or moving in a house or flat because they would like to live alone from the parents. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
there are many times to flying the nest in
Okay.
Hungary.
Yeah, so it really depends on the person and the family and the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gemma, how about in Korea?
In Korea, really it depends on the person and the situation, but I think usually when they go to university, they fly the nest, usually, like me,
Mm-hmm.
because when they are high school or middle school students, maybe they will go to near our home, but university we need to choose like a good university, so usually at that time we move.
Okay. So how about after university? Do you go back home?
No, maybe we need to find a job and maybe
Uh-huh.
near my company I will live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually very similar to the States as well. And in fact, in the U.S., a lot of students will choose universities that are far from home so that their parents don't try to convince them to stay at home. So, how about in Japan, Heidi? When do people fly the nest?
Depend on the family.
Uh-huh.
If the son passed some exam in the university, Tokyo or someplace, maybe they move to Tokyo, close to that some apartment or dormitory.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All
But
right.
once they missed moving from house, some people stay at home for long, 30 or 40 or 50 years old.
Oh, really? So they stay much later than they than they uh, than they probably should. So, yeah. All right, let's go on. Let's read and fill in the spaces. So there are we fill in the spaces here. We've got 4 words usually. I'm going to write them in the Verbling chat in all capital letters because we won't see. It's more difficult to see them, and I thought it's easier to do it this way. So we've got crisis, college, car, and couple. Right. So let's go ahead and read this. All right, so Heidi, could you read the first paragraph?
What age is the right time for children to move out of the family home? In America, it is common for children to leave their parents' home in their late teens or early 20s as they go to move.
It's in the Verbling chat. Crisis, college, car, or couple.
Crisis, college, car, couple. As they go to college, college in different cities or get their first full-time job. However, this pattern has been changing in recent years, with children staying at home with their parents for longer. The same as Japan. A recent survey in America revealed that in the last 6 years, the number of 25 to 34-year-olds living with their parents has increased dramatically to over 25 million.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And Gemma, can you read the next paragraph?
This phenomenon is not limited to the U.S. In Italy, it is customary for young men to stay at home, being looked after by their mothers until they get married. They are called mamone, and no one thinks it's strange. In the UK, 30% of men aged 20 until 34, but only 18% of women live with their parents. It is a figure that is rising every year.
Perfect, and you fixed your pronunciation on women, so very good. Very good there. Yeah. All right, and Cornell, could you read the next paragraph?
The reason for this increase could be down to the effects of the global economic crisis. Many companies are not taking on new employees, and it is the young who are missing out on these jobs. Without a job, it is impossible to pay rent for an apartment. College graduates are increasingly burdened with debt for their education. Increased housing costs and fewer jobs for less pay mean that many people can only survive economically by staying in the family home.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And Oscar, can you read the next paragraph?
Right. Some parents are of course happy to live with their grown-up children. Others, however, look forward to an empty nest when they can spend time again just as don't know, and not just look after their offspring. Having adult children in the house can create a minefield of potential conflict between the generations. Common sources of trouble include arguments over the family budget, distribution of household chores, use of the family, and issues of privacy.
Okay. All right, thank you. Some Ming, can you read the next one?
Yes. Companies are now springing up to support and help both parents and adult children living together. Jeffrey Wilburn, uh, psychologist,
Psychologist.
psychologist, and sociologist,
Sociologist.
sociologist says that the most important factor in ensuring a happy home is to draw up clear guidelines about all aspects of family life. Oh,
Oh, what happened? Sorry
oh,
about that.
oh. Well, I always recommend a written contract signed by all the family members. He stated setting out everyone's rights and responsibilities in the home. Although this may seem very worryingly formal to many, it could become the norm in the coming years.
Okay, excellent. So first of all, are there any words or phrases in this text that you do not know?
Just to check the words.
Oh, these words, psychologist and sociologist?
Yes.
Okay. A psychologist is a person who studies the mind. So it's part of psychiatry. Only a psychologist cannot give drugs. So they do counseling. And a sociologist usually studies people. And they study groups, and they might study different cultures, or they study groups within the cultures. So.
Holly, may I have a question? What does Spring Up stand for? It is similar to Grow Up?
Where is it at?
I don't know. Spring Up.
Spring Up.
In the test, Springing Up.
Where is it at?
I'm looking for it.
Which line? Because there's several. There could be several.
I think middle of the test.
Okay, middle.
I think it's last time.
No?
Offspring.
Yeah, there.
Do you mean offspring?
Yeah, companies are now springing up to support and help both parents and adult children living together.
Oh, okay. In this respect, companies are now starting. So springing up is a phrasal verb to mean start or forming.
Okay.
Starting. Okay, and then offspring. Offspring actually means your children.
Your children?
Yeah, so you can. It's another word, to say. For example, I assume Heidi, you have kids, right? And Cornell, you have kids, and Ming has. Do you have children?
No, I haven't. I don't have.
You don't have any children? Okay, I'm sorry. But Cornell and Jinyu and Ming, do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay, so you can say you can actually call them your offspring. So, where I don't have any kids, so I have no offspring. So I have to spoil my sister and brother's offspring, so that they'll take care of me when I'm old. So, yeah. So that's what that really is.
I have some questions.
Okay.
Second paragraph.
Okay.
And the first line. This is phenomenon.
This phenomenon. Okay.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Okay. This another word that would work really good with this is this trend.
Trend. Phenomenon.
Yeah, this trend is not limited to the U.S. or this. A phenomenon could be like a strange happening, something that is happening or some trend that is happening. So.
But even it's not strange happening, can I use phenomenon or not?
Is if it's not. Well, if it's like it, you can use it like the word trend.
Trend.
Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you're welcome. Is there any other words or phrases? Let's go through it. First full-time job. Usually I can pick out. Yes?
Please?
Yes.
I have a question. Burden? Burdened?
A burden is a stress, something like increasingly burdened with debts for their education. So if you are burdened, it means you have something. Usually it's kind of something that is very, very difficult. So in this respect, they're burdened with debts for their education, and a lot of times it's something that a burden is usually a problem that you shouldn't usually have. But it's unfortunate we all have burdens. So maybe if you have a sick child, that is a burden. And some of them are things that you can fix and change, but some of them you cannot. A lot. This is a word picture. This is an example of how burden can be considered. So this is a big burden for him. It's a big weight on his shoulders. So this is a burden for a student would be burdened with school work. So a lot of times we consider once when you have a burden, once it is left, you feel very light and free.
So burden can be noun and verb as well.
It can be to burden, or it can be a noun and a verb. Yeah.
Burden could be a cargo.
Not necessarily.
In physically.
Yeah, figuratively, not physically. No.
And you said the offspring means children, but are there some reason why offspring is children?
I don't know.
Means like maybe when they have children, they're in their life no any spring season.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have no idea why they name that. In fact, you can, for example, those of you who have been in my classes a lot, you know about my dog. I talk about my dog, and Alpo has offspring, so he has never met them. So he impregnated these females, and he has offspring, and he even has grand dogs. And apparently they're trying with one of his daughters sometime soon. So offspring it isn't necessarily just children, but there are even animals could have offspring. So so good questions. Any other words in here? Burden with debts. Yeah, that was one of my problems when I first graduated university. I had some credit cards that I had gotten, and in the U.S., banks will give university students credit cards even if they have no job, and it was it's really stupid because what happens is the university students are burdened with debts, not just education debt, but also credit card debt when they leave school. And they're not guaranteed a good job either. So, all right. Any other questions about these words? So, is this a similar trend, Oscar, in Spain? Is this a similar trend here in Spain for families just to stay together and kids to stay at home longer because of the financial crisis?
Yes, it's very common. But in Spain we have like a tradition because we're very together the whole life, so it's a bit normal. In the past, people married very soon, like very early. Sorry, like 20, 21, 19. But since 20 years ago, no, maybe 15, everything changed. So the guys and girls preferred to stay with their parents because it's for them it's better because they're capable to save money. Otherwise, if you rent a bedroom or a bath bed, you can save a lot of money, like living with your parents.
You can, definitely. All right. Is that also a phenomenon in China? Is that the same in China? Are people staying for the same reasons? Jinyu?
The high housing price is the big reason for children, for children and college students to stay their parents.
Okay. All right. Let's go through this comprehension check. Let me look at the time. Okay. Let's see what you guys remember about the text. Keep in mind you can download this material if you haven't already right here, this worksheet. Press on this link right here and it comes up and you can download that from my Google Drive account. So all right, so you can keep that. All right, so why do children in America usually leave home? Does anybody remember?
In fact, children go to the college or high school.
Okay, so college or high school. Okay, question for you. Does anybody know the difference? It isn't high school, college, or a full-time job actually. Does anybody know the difference between college and university?
The university is bigger than college. The university has more subjects than college.
Yes. However, with a college, they still offer a BA or BS degrees.
Yes, you are right.
Where a university
university is a higher education than college.
University offers BA, BS degrees as well, but they also offer MA, MS, MBA, so far degrees, and then the PhDs, etc. degrees.
Yeah. Regarding in Hungary, college is 3 years, and university is 5 years.
Oh, okay, and we in the States, a college in the U.S., a college and university, because they both offer the same degrees, BA degrees, they are actually it's the first 4 years, and they're used as synonyms. And a lot of times people in the U.S., you don't actually use the word university the same way it's used outside of the U.S. You usually say my college days. There is a problem in the UK, though. They have something called a sixth form college, which is equivalent to high school in the U.S. And so so that sometimes the word college is confused between British English and American English, and that's one thing to keep in mind. So I would say that if you're really talking about a BA, BS degree, use university, because there's also the sixth form college, which is high school. So I actually saw a movie that had subtitles in Finnish, where the person was talking about university, but the person who did the translation actually used the word in Finnish for high school, and which was completely wrong, a completely different level. And it was interesting, though. But anyway.
In fact, Hali, I would like to add some information about education of college and university. Do you know what the system name is?
Which the UK?
Yeah, no, education system. It is a Bologna process.
It's what process?
Bologna process. Please check it, the chat box.
Oh, Bologna.
Bologna process. Bologna is an Italian city.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah. So the system name is Bologna process.
Okay. Interesting. No, I didn't know about this. I'll have to look at that later. Yeah, thank you. You are full of information, you know that? Do you guys read the Wikipedias he puts on? It's in classes. It's really interesting. So, anyway, let's who or what is a mamone? You guys remember what that is?
Mommy is boys or girls.
Mom is boy.
Someone.
If the young man to stay at home until they get married.
Yeah, and person who is taking care of mom.
Yeah, and also they also take care of mom. Okay. What is a problem for many college graduates?
It could be a high cost for taking part in a college or university, distance from home.
Okay.
Huge distance from home.
High cost. Okay. What else? So debt from university.
Yeah, loan or bank loan.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
The young generation can't find a job.
Yes. Unemployment. Where it used to be back in the 50s, if you got a university education, you're pretty much guaranteed a very good job in the U.S. And since I started university in the 80s, it's not been that case. So, what, according to the article, are the main problems between parents and adult children? Does anybody remember?
Offspring.
Excuse me?
Offspring.
Yeah, but the adult children are the offspring. So between parents and their offspring is what you would say. So that's not the problem. So you could say this, you could actually say offspring right here. Any idea? Privacy, anything else? So let's look real quick.
Argument.
Yeah, arguments over the family budget. Common sources of trouble include arguments over the family budget, chores, distribution of household chores, and use of the family car, and issues of privacy. So basically privacy, money, transportation, basic, and then household chores. What recommendations does Jeff Wilburn make? Any ideas?
Make a contact.
Make a contract, yes.
Make a contract.
Make a contract, okay. Excellent. All right.
Fixed schedule.
Fix the schedule.
Fixed schedule.
Okay. And those are the two main ones, wasn't it? But the contract, I think, is the most important. So let's go on to a little bit of this vocabulary building, which is more important than that. We have the survey, a source of, household, a written, take on, and draw up. Then we have conflict, contract, revealed, employees, guidelines, and chores. So, Oscar, can you choose one of these words and match them with one of these words?
All right. Let me see. For example, the survey. Revealed.
Yes, the survey revealed. Okay. And Gemma, can you choose one of these?
Oh, sorry. What does it mean? Revealed.
Okay, the survey showed, or the survey said. Showed would be the best. To reveal would mean to show.
Show. Survey revealed.
Yeah. Okay. Can you choose one of these and match them?
A source of.
You can do another one if you don't.
A written guidelines. Is it correct?
I think it's a written contract.
Contract. Yeah.
So a written contract. Let me check real quick. Yeah, a written contract. A written contract. Right. And Shinyu, can you choose one?
A source of conflict.
Yes, a source of conflict. Perfect. Okay. And Cornell.
Household. Course.
Chores. Household chores. Chores. Okay. So Ming.
Or draw up guidelines.
Yes, to draw up guidelines. Guidelines, and then take on, of course, employees. Okay, what does it mean to take on employees? Anyone know?
Hire employee.
Yes, to hire. Okay. Let's see. The survey revealed that showed, I think everything else, draw up guidelines. That's basically to write guidelines, but they've chosen that one. A written contract. Right. So let's go ahead and practice this. Let's fill in the spaces with the phrases from exercise 4. So number 1, Gemma, can you try that one?
Oh. Despite the economic gloom, ABC, how can you read Inc?
Inc. Yep. ABC Inc.
Will take over. Will take over.
Okay. So we'll take on.
Take on. Take on over 1,000 new employees this year.
Perfect. Employees this year. Perfect. Yes.
Holly, may I have a question? What does gloom mean?
That's another word for
crisis.
Yeah, gloom is something dark and negative, very negative. It's a dark and stormy night. It's very gloomy. So crisis is, you can use those as synonyms. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Number 2, Jinyu, can you do that one?
Number 2. Tom can't be trusted. Make sure you get I don't know.
Okay. Anybody have an idea what he would get?
Contract.
Yes, a written contract.
Yeah.
A written contract to be on the safe side. Okay, excellent. All right, number 3, Cornell, could you do this one?
Bill is the model husband. He's a fantastic cook and he enjoys doing household chores.
That's why I'm not married. I can't find somebody to do that for me. Joke. So, okay, number 4. Some Ming.
A source of conflict.
Wait, we had this one.
What we have?
The survey revealed.
It should be.
So this, instead of the source of conflict, it's higher than that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Could you go ahead and read it out loud?
The surveys revealed that customers' satisfaction was at a record low.
All right. Thank you. And Oscar, can you do number 5?
Yep, sure. DEF has I don't know, Holly.
I'm helping you out. Just look really quick on the screen, you'll see it. Look for my mouse.
Not
Good lines?
Yeah. So, drawn up. Deaf Ink has drawn up
Mm.
new guidelines to reduce the risk of prosecution.
Prosecution. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next one. Disagreements over which TV show to watch are a constant source of conflict in some families. How about in your family? It used to be, I think, in the 80s. I'm not sure it is anymore because of the internet. Is it a source of conflict in your family, Gemma? Or was it when you were growing up?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't understand what does it mean source of conflict.
Oh, okay. Basically, did you and your brothers and sisters argue over which TV show to watch?
I have two younger brothers, and when we grow with them, they always just follow me. So I have some source of conflict with my father when I watching TV.
Okay. So the TV is the source of conflict with your father.
Yes.
So, or the say for example, if you have a problem, the household chores could be a source of conflict between family members. Whatever, the reason there is a conflict is that source of conflict. Okay. All right. Excellent. So we just have a few more minutes. Let's see if we can answer some of these questions. Oscar, do you think it's a good idea for adult children to live with their parents? Why or why not?
It depends. That's a good question, actually. Well, if you want, for example, if like, if you want to hook up with girls, if you want to take them your home, it's not good.
Yeah.
But for example, if your father pass away or mother pass away, your father or mother is alone, I think that it's just normal to try to spend some time with them. So it depends on the situation, no? But I guess that with between 25 to 30, it's necessary to fly the nest.
Okay. All right. Ming, would you like your children to live with you when they are adults?
I don't want my children live with me when they are adults because they should independent and they needed to take care of themselves. And yes, with they live with us. I think they will depend on their parents. So it's not good for their independence.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ming. Cornell, what are some of the benefits of adult children living with their parents?
It is a very good question, and in my point of view, it could be advantage to take care of parents who are very old, for example, and I think it is general process to leave the parents' nest. So it is normal process to leave parents in the adult children. So, but there are many benefits. For example, as I mentioned before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Gemma, what are some of
Yes.
the negative aspects of adult children living with their parents?
If the other children living with their parents, uh, okay, I will say, if their other children don't live with their parents, even it's very hard, but they need to do anything for for a life. Like they need to get job and
Mm-hmm.
need they need they need to do something for paying something. But if they with their children, I don't think so. They think, oh, I should do anything, and I think their parents also need to enjoy their life, but they still take care of their children, so it's a negative aspect.
Yeah. So the kids actually don't actually grow up and become independent if they stay with their parents. So
Yes.
in some areas. So, all right. So okay, it looks like we are actually out of time. I'm sorry. Jinyu, there's not enough time to ask you a question, but everyone, I want to thank you for your participation, and I personally have one more class. If you want to stick around, that would be great. If not, I'll see you in another class. It was great to meet you, Gemma, and it was great to see the rest of you guys, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Take care of yourself.